Hello all. In this session, we will look at one of the most important application of big data analytics, which is NLP, or we call it as natural language processing. So this natural language processing predominantly deals with text data, and to some extent, we also have some type of signals associated with natural language processing. So this session will be completely focusing on text based big data for your natural language processing. So how do we say that natural language processing is important? When two human beings are communicating with each other, there is no necessity for NLP. When a machine tries to communicate with a human being, then we need to take into account of this concept of NLP. So when we talk or when we write, this machine should be in a position to identify which language, which character, which alphabets. It must try to extract some information, intelligence, and thereby coming to a conclusion on what I am trying to talk on. Because language will have different complexity associated with this. So how to detect the languages? For that, we have a language detection or identification method to start with. A large amount of research has been done or carried out on finding methods for language detection. Some of the methods are alphabet based LD, dictionary based LD, and also you have the n byte gram based LD. So, whenever we say alphabet based LD, it is completely based on the characters, on the assumption that the languages will have different characters or alphabets. If you find that alphabets are characters, then the machine will be able to identify the languages. But this is applicable only when there is a huge difference between the alphabets or characters. If there are some languages where two or more alphabets go hand by hand, then it is not going to be useful for such type of language detection process. Dictionary based language detection, not only the alphabets, some words or some word counts can be used to find out the languages. Say, for example, in English, you have 26 alphabets. So, with these 26 alphabets, there may be some words, common words, which can be formed. If those common words are detected and if they are available in a specific languages dictionary, then we can say that this input or text sentence belongs to this language. The third one is byte engram based LD, where not only a single word, a group or cluster of words are analyzed and they are used to find out whether this input sentence belongs to a specific language. For that, we will be needing an user language profile also. Without having a knowledge on the languages, it is very uh, difficult to train the machine to identify which languages that corresponding input sentence belongs to. We can also have a combined system where two or more methods of language detection process can be combined together. In this language detection methods, the one of the most important concept is named entity recognition. Whether it is a word or whether it is a noun or whether it is a pronoun, whether it is a verb, all those things can be determined again with the help of this NLP big data applications. Place, time, quantities, person, everything can be identified. For that, we will have a pipeline-based system. This is the complete process where whenever an input data is given, first it is passed on to a process called as tokenization, where we divide the sentences into small words. Then from the small words, we try to extract important features. Then with the features, we supply it to the machines or the algorithms where which they are going to take a decision on its own. Again, we have different types of methods, statistical NER methods, where we try to find the analysis based on some mathematical methods. And then you have the random field method. Again, it is based on some specific features, which is based on the hidden Markov model, where the different features are going to be useful for analyzing the big data at each point of time. And these are some of the applications where it can be used. It can be used for biomedical data analysis, it can be used for search queries, and it can be used for even translation, where one sentence from one language has to be transferred into another sentence from another different language.